Hi, this is the concluding part of Chapter 1 of Elderlight, the final novel in the Witchlight series by me, J.S. Watts. There'll be a slight overlap with the video before to put the ending into context. "No worries," said Caprice Graham. "I've grown quite fond of that old nickname over time." Holly grinned. "Except it's no longer as apposite as it used to be. The red content of your wardrobe has reduced considerably over the last 7 years. Caprice shrugged. Covered expectations and all that. I managed to keep some red amongst the black. She traced the scarlet piping around the lapels of her figure-hugging jacket with a glossy, bright red fingernail. I still think there was no need to go to the black side with quite so much enthusiasm. Holly indicated her own bespoke, tailored olive green suit. It boasted black jet buttons. The shoes she had kicked off under her desk were black patent leather. Otherwise, with her sleek, bobbed hair a natural shade of mid-brown, there was no black in her personal colour scheme. "Yes, well, with your command of old magic and your family pedigree, you can probably afford to play the gaily pelted lone wolf from time to time. I worked damned hard to earn my position in the inner coven. I've no intention of alienating myself from the other elders by not dressing the part and holding hard to tradition." Holly frowned at Caprice. "What you mean is, you're not prepared to appear different from the predominantly male elders. I'm an elder, and you won't alienate me by turning up in rainbow tights. This is you realise, the first ever woman elder, the shatterer of witch-like glazed ceilings, and a powerful witch in your own right. Talking about clinging to outdated male traditions. It really doesn't make sense. Not to you, maybe, Elder Holly Beldam. You were born with certain advantages, but it has always made total sense to me." Holly looked serious. "The Beldam family name is not necessarily a blessing, you know. Too many people remember, or were afraid of, my grandmother, or both. It's a legacy that's not always helpful." "If you say so." Holly frowned again at Caprice. It wasn't totally clear to either of them whether the frown was serious or jovial. "Anyway," said Holly, "what can I do for you this close to the meeting of the working group?" "Why are you here exactly?" "Well, it sure as hell wasn't to admire the views from here. Your office has always creeped me out. It's bad enough having windows in it, without the windows opening up on multiple disparate views many miles and altitudes apart." Altitudes is a bit of an exaggeration, don't you think? But I accept that multiple perspectives are not everyone's cup of tea. Having said that, I've never seen the attraction of working in a sealed box. I like light, fresh air, and views, and instant access to wherever I need to be. Instant access is quite achievable by transporting yourself, you know. I frequently do transport, but I also like the directness of walking through an open door. For 38 years I was without magic, remember? Being born with advantages doesn't work if you don't know about them. I know, I'm sure it was truly awful, but look at what you've got now. It was worth it in the end, so there's no need to revert to your old mundane ways." Holly frowned yet again. Caprice cleared her throat. "Anyway, notwithstanding that I sensibly like my working space secure, safe, and unobservable, I wanted to chat through your take on security matters for the conference. Some of our colleagues, surprise, surprise, still seem to have some rather old-fashioned views about such things. Old-fashioned, outdated, and totally ineffectual, I might add. I'm really not convinced that recreating the post of Witchfinder General is going to be that helpful. I just wanted to make sure you and I are in accord before the meeting and the battle commences. There are more than enough of our colleagues wanting to scupper the conference for good if they can, without us handing them the ammunition on a reinforced bulletproof plate." "I'm totally opposed to the Witchfinder General stupidity." "But I'm not sure we want a battle, do we?" queried Holly. "I mean, this is supposed to be a—" At which point the entirety of Holly's office was suffused with a pulsing blood-red light. Holly looked at Caprice. "Your work?" she said tartly. Just because it's red doesn't mean. Anything further Caprice said was drowned out by the loud tolling of a deep, sonorous bell. In total, it tolled 6 times. Slowly. When silence finally resumed, the red light pulsed a further 3 times and then faded away. "Oh shit," exclaimed Caprice. "We've just lost an elder."